Hey, want to build agents that understand any information, products, or documentation in seconds? Today, I'm going to show you why Crawl4AI changes everything and why most web crawlers or scrapers are doing web scraping wrong. Plus, I'm going to walk you through step by step and how to use Crawl4AI to crawl any websites, single or in parallel. And by the end of this video, you're going to be able to create a knowledge base in PDF format that you can plug and play into your GPTs or your agent builds. Okay, so make sure you watch this video till the end to understand step by step how to get this started. Don't forget to grab my RAG ready PDF generator template. It's going to be the first link in the description. Now, before further ado, let's jump right into it. Hey builders, if you're working with AI agents and RAG systems, you know that knowledge ingestion is crucial. But here's the problem. Most web crawlers and scrapers weren't built with LLMs in mind. They give you messy HTML. So to make it really easy and simple, let's just say you have a website, okay? You have a website and yeah, it could be any website. It could be your local dentist's office, your local law office, or if you're a business owner, you could have your own websites. Now, the problem is with websites, they have a code written in HTML. This code looks like this. It's not human friendly. It's not LLM friendly. It's not agent friendly. So me, you, your next door neighbor cannot understand what the hell this is, right? We want this to be easy and friendly. And agents operate the same way we do. We don't want to give them a headache. We don't want to give them too much information they don't need. HTML tag this, CSS tag that. It's going to make them hallucinate even more. You don't want the agents to be confused by LM tags and miss the actual content. Even if you clean it up, you're still dealing with memory leaks, JavaScript rendering issues, session state management headaches, parallel processing bottlenecks. Okay, so today, most RAG systems struggle with fresh content. Crawl4AI solves this differently. Instead of being another web scraper, it's built specifically for LLM knowledge base. And so what we will do is convert to LLM-friendly markdown format. And then we need to download this. Okay, download this into a document. It could be a Word doc, PDF, etc. And then we will need to put this into the agent. Okay, your assistants, agents, custom GPTs, whatever. It needs that specialized documents to get trained on that knowledge. All right, might not just have one website. You might have multiple pages, right? So you have multiple HTMLs, right? Multiple this. So you need to do multiple jobs and then eventually bring that together, download this. So that would require a lot of memory. That would require a lot of parallel processing. Okay, so this is what the Crawl4AI solves. It creates these documents into clean markdown output, and it also has the system on the back that runs parallel processing jobs. It optimizes for memory, and it ensures that this is in a format readable for the LMs or agents, etc. Right? So if you are a business and you have websites, understand that everything's moving to agents. So we now need to make it easy and readable so agents can communicate with other agents. Your websites can be turned into an agent, etc. Right? So Crawl4AI is a really good tool to start scraping and make reliable outputs. This is a game changer because Beautiful Soup and all the native Python tools that are used for web scraping are not always reliable, and sometimes you have to do a lot of manual checks here and there to make sure it's giving you a consistent output. So we are actually going to be downloading the Pydantic AI documentation. If you haven't watched my previous video on Pydantic AI, I encourage you to watch it. So, and the reason why we want to scrape this website is because this is pretty fairly new. A lot of LLMs are trained on backdated data. So when we're applying RAG, it makes LLMs much more smarter, because when we're doing RAG, we're taking information from a different source or maybe a fresh content and putting it into these LLMs, into these agents. So they're much more smarter. So Pydantic AI, and because Pydantic agent documentation is new, we're actually going to just scrape all this documentation, and then we're going to be using that to create our GPTs. And this GPT is also going to be available for you to use to understand, explain Pydantic AI and why we should use other frameworks. So you should pick up that knowledge from the document and then give you the response. It's not vector search enabled. So if you want vector search, we also have an assistant implementation, right? So That's the beauty of having your knowledge bases. And so when Crawl4AI finishes the job, it's going to create a PDF document that is LLM friendly. So it has all these websites structured into PDF format. That's almost, I'd say, 332 pages of content that we can feed into our LLM models. All right. And you might be wondering, well, the future is really agents and agents talking to each other. You need agents to read a certain kind of text that they're familiar with. So clean structured output, this is what the LLMs love. And the Crawl4AI system already takes care of this. And so if you're a business owner, you could be thinking about converting all your websites into a system that's easy for agents to understand and eventually create an agent that can basically use this system. If you need help, I'm going to leave some links so that you can get started and get familiar with the agentic systems, right? So traditional websites are going to move to agents. So we've had a lot of techie talk. Now let's get started. Let's jump right into it. I've created this notepad for you so you can easily plug and play. First, we're going to go ahead and install some of the libraries here. Crawl4AI is going to be one of them. And we're also going to install a PDF maker. And this is going to help us create that PDF file, the final PDF file that we talked about. All right. And this is going to be available for you. I'm going to leave a link. Just go to the Academy under the YouTube section. You're going to find all the videos and then the Google Colab links right here. So you can go ahead and get started with that. All right, so now this has been installed. We're just going to clear the output right here. So it looks nice and clean. We're going to install this. It's just a standard process we need to follow to make sure we have every packages or every tools we need for this thing to work. Then we're going to install this. Then we're going to run this function called setup playwright. Now, what I have for you is two different ways actually to crawl the website. You can crawl a single website. Now, if you have a website that's just one page or something like that, you can just run the single page function. We're not going to be using this. We're going to use a parallel processing job, which is going to extract all the websites under a specific prefix. And I'm going to show you what that would look like. So I'm going to, when you see the checkbox right here, that means that has finished running. We're going to run this one too. Checkbox, done. And the last one is parallel processing. This is the beauty of Crawl4AI because it has a backend infrastructure to run parallel processing jobs, manage all the memory and browser sessions, etc. So you don't have to do all that. So as you can see, we have the base URL right here. So this is the base URL. If you go to any other sites, it should be the suffix, right? So it should basically follow the same prefix, but it should be just a suffix right here. So get help. So everything that falls under this umbrella is going to be crawled and extracted. Now, another thing is the sitemap.xml. Also, all websites have a sitemap.xml. So if you go to the prefix and then type sitemap.xml, it's actually going to give a list of all the websites that fall under this umbrella. And we are actually going to be using just that to crawl the entire website. So I'm going to show you what that would look like if I run this. So now it's creating this web scraping job, right? So as you can see, it's doing this parallel processing job. It's going to use 5 batches. It has determined how many pages in total there is. It's going to now create the batch, and then it's going to optimize its memory to basically crawl each one of these websites. This is actually set up in a way where it's always consistent and reliable. So you don't have to go and check whether it has done the job and redo it again. It's going to do all that and it would clean things up for you. All right. So now when you open up this folder, you can see everything stored under crawl pages. You're going to open up this umbrella and then boom. So these are all the pages that are stored in markdown format. And so what we can do is basically now combine them and create a PDF file. So what we're going to do is now create a PDF file. And we also have to make sure that next up is we're going to create a PDF file. And this could be knowledge base for your assistant, agent, ChatGPT, whatever, right? So we can create that PDF file, just run this code, make sure that the path is the same path to the folder. And then it's going to save this under documentation.pdf. So once that is saved, you're going to have a knowledge base that looks like this. All right. And now when you're creating GPTs or when you're creating knowledge bases, perhaps for your business or any whatsoever, you can use a custom GPT and then attach that document here, have some instructions, and this is trained on the Pydantic data. You could also basically put this into an assistant under file search. You can upload your documents right here, and it's going to also turn into a vectorized. But already with the code interpreter in place, this is pretty functional. If you haven't built your first agent using Pydantic framework, it's a game changer. I'm going to list this video. Make sure you watch it. And if you want access to this GPT, you can get it absolutely for free. Just go to Tools, GPTs, Agents under the Classroom section of our community, and you're going to get the GPT with the Pydantic knowledge base. So you can get started building a weather agent, building a RAG agent, whatever agent that you desire, you can use this knowledge. So as you know, 2025 and beyond is all about agents. So we should all be building agents, whether we're using Pydantic or not. We also need a game plan to start putting this forward to businesses and solving real world problems. So you can go ahead and safely drop chatbots, some rigid frameworks, and also all these complex UX. So because agents are the future, we give you a complete roadmap to start working on the agent builds, start getting familiar of the landscape. So make sure you join the community. I'm going to put the link in the description, as well as provide you the whole code here for you to try and test it out. All right, so I'm going to leave these 2 videos for you to watch for more information. These are going to be relevant to you. Hey, so when you're ready, drop the silly chatbots and unleash the full potential of your AI agents.